So one person who I used to make stuff of until they asked politely for me not to, which is fair. Uh, Made some stuff with the Thorpe Park, some of the Thorpe Park guys, which is more specifically some of the people who are doing Creature Campus. And when I watched that show, it was so cool. Like the amount of like music, dancing, it's so cool. You also have like Lucifer's Lair, which also because I was like, oh yeah, I haven't talked about those two. I've talked about. Are you kidding me? I've talked about uh, the mazes in the other video, which I've described, but I didn't talk about sort of Lucifer layers or creature campus. Why is this not being straight? There you go. Now be a square. Anyway, which the reason why I wasn't too focused on that was because overall before I should be down. Anyway, before I didn't like make it big that where I saw it, but Creature Campus is so good, especially with like some of the effects they have is so amazing. And Lucifer's Lair, definitely when I went there as a guest, they had this like two people group who do like these daredevil like stuff. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like with one of them, I do know how it somewhat works, but that still doesn't mean I would want to do it. I would still be like, no, thank you, but I am going to pass. Again, this is not me commenting on the video. This is me realizing I haven't talked about the other two acts that exist, Creature Canvas and Lucifer's Lair, and that reminded me of it. So that was just really awesome and really cool. So yeah, again, 100%. It's sad. I don't know if they're gonna bring back. I think they are. At least not with Lucifer. Lucifer's Lair, maybe not. I'm not gonna theorize on that because like with the mazes, trailers have been running since 2020, so I don't know if it's gonna come back. I'm pretty sure it's good. Stitches, maybe. Because like it was Stitches, survival games, and trailers, which had been around for a while. And they could come back or not come back. I wouldn't be surprised either way. But I don't think overall they're gonna bring back and Deadbeat was pretty good. And if that was it, and they're going to bring back all four mazes, but I know they've lost. Mazes have come in and out. Terminal was in when I was first working there. They also had Doors, and what was the other one that was there beforehand? Oh wait, that's another one. But the Crows, because I know there's also a Freezer one that used to exist, but I don't know that much too well. And I remember round about where Hyperia is now, there used to be the train, which is platform like with the ghost train and the wedding, and I went on that and it was really cool. The idea was, I think it was like a crane crash and a wedding happened. It's one of the things I absolutely love. But the one thing which I think they might do, I think they might change it up a bit, which I feel like would be a good idea, because like they've got rid of stuff. Like I said, they've got rid of Doors. They do have Doors now in trailers, and I don't think they're going to get rid of trailers. Trailers is a fun idea, and the idea that you can basically change the rooms like they did this year to old attraction means that they can bring back like the freezer characters, do that again. Oh, that's the other one. They also had the sort of like Chainsaw Massacre sort of like type. I always forget the names. But that used to exist, and I loved that. That final one was absolutely amazing, and I absolutely loved it. But again, they don't have that anymore. Because where that was is where Hyperion was, and where sort of like the old-fashioned log room ride where you go through it 3 times. Around about where Old Town was, which is sad. Old Town's gone. It's really sad. But Hyperion is really good as a ride. I don't know what they're going to change, what they're going to add, if they're going to add any new rides soon. I've heard a rumor, because if you look at Deadbeat, you can see there's this sort of announcement of the final beach party. Which means they might sort of like, I don't know if they're going to get rid. Because throughout Thorpe Park, you have a lot of like stuff with, I don't know if other people, Jack's Films probably talked about this, probably. Because he does a lot of advertising. But again, that just reminded me of this, and I'm just going on a trail. I'm just continuing on it, because why not? You have stuff like the Ready Player One at Sunset Cinema, which they might change the film, which I'd be fun with. I'm not 100% sure, but they might, which would be a fun idea. But you also have stuff like, you have that, you have the Flying Fish and Amity Beach as sort of like the more young-ish sort of like places you can go. If you have young kids, you get some older kids, like, because I think it's like 1.3, 1.2 where you start getting into being able to get on to more of the, like the Nemesis Infernos 1.3, I think. Colossus 1.3, Soars 1.3, Swarms 1.3 meters tall. I don't know how meters work. I usually refer to it as feet, and you're like, I'm 6 feet tall. You figure out what I mean to be. But yeah, all of those happen. There are age restrictions. I think Ghost Train is like, you have to be 13. Ghost Train's really good, but you also have to be 1.3. So I don't think they're going to get rid of Amity Beach, because getting rid of it is the same reason why they kept on, I think, Angry Birds for a bit longer. Because they wanted, and the reason why they just didn't just change it completely and still had that like free 4D experience is because they still want to have like some stuff where it's like you have multiple ages of kids, and you can still have like the kids going to like that, or like the teacups, which has also been changed like last year to like double tea party. That happened alongside a couple of other things. So that happened, and now I don't know what they're going to do, because I don't know if they're going to, like, get rid of and change a maze. One thing I would love is if they have a new maze, but still keep the other, like, 4 mazes, which are Stitches, which is really good, Deadbeat, Trailers, and survival games. But again, this whole thing was, you have Creatures Campus and Lucifer's Lair, which both can still exist, but Lucifer's Lair, this is his 2nd year. Creature Campus has had 1 year with werewolves and vampires, like 3 years with werewolves and vampires. I think 3 years. And this is the first year that they haven't had werewolves and vampires, I think. I don't know how many years they had werewolves and vampires. I know that for the last 2 years they've had werewolves and vampires, and I've heard it's been like 3 years. So, like, that I like, because witches were introduced last year, and I like the idea that you could sort of, like, theoretically think that they exist, but they just won't be coming back to Thorpe Park. They might, because you could have really fun interactions between, like, vampires and, like, the Gorgons, I think it is. But, like, I think it'd be a more funner idea to, like, bring in different monster ideas and different, like, this. And because the witches have been sort of, like, put on stone during the last, like, you repeat, like, the thing, but it ends up with them being turned into stone. I don't know if that's going to play a key fact, like, they get unfrozen out of stone by some other group, and then they have beef. I don't know. I don't have any answers. I just have speculation. But I think Creature Campus is coming back. You could just have a different creature, and that would be a fun idea. Again, this is about to be a smaller video, but I just wanted to shout out Creature Campus and theorize if it's going to come back. Lucifer Lair, I don't know why they would have got it back. I think if they will make it even bigger, because since last year they made it way more bigger with a bigger stage compared to like just a small thing and then like a fun stage. But yeah, I think they definitely going to bring it back. I know this is long, but I hope you did enjoy this madness, but yeah.